Hello and welcome to the first episode of Modern Warfare 3 Gun Advice. This is a new series I'll be running, and I'm going to try and make it informative and helpful, and I'm going to give you my personal experiences and advice while using the gun. I will try to mix things up a bit and use some weapons that you may not see a lot, and make a gun advice video for all of the secondaries as well. Obviously, this might not be a good idea with things like the launchers, due to the fact that you can't really use them as your main weapon. So with the more unusual and harder to use guns, such as the Dragunov, I'm going to set a challenge for myself where I have to win a free-for-all with that gun, and then that will be a gameplay that you'll see that video. So let's move on to episode 1, and for this episode we have the P90. So as you can see, I did get this gun gold, and it did take a lot of time. I used it from level 38 when I unlocked it, up to level 63, and I was using it in every match. Well, pretty much every match, apart from a few infected and free-for-all gunplay and things like that. So this gun has been in every single Modern Warfare, and I didn't really use this gun in Modern Warfare 2 because of the obvious dominance of guns like the UMP45 and the ACR, and I didn't really get a chance to use it because the UMP45 is so early unlocked. And in Modern Warfare 3, I haven't really used it apart from this stint where I've been trying to get it gold. And I wouldn't usually choose this as my gun because the PP90 is unlocked before it, and I personally prefer to use that, but I wanted to try something different for this new series. So I'm just going to start off with some statistics. It is obviously a submachine gun and unlocked at level 38, and it's the 4th submachine gun that you unlock. It has a 50 round magazine, which is massive compared to the other submachine guns, and is almost coming into light machine gun category. And it has an even bigger 75 rounds with extended mags. It has a 2.76 seconds reload time, which is not bad, but I'd still use sleight of hand with it. I'll tell you why later. And it has a moderate fire rate compared to the submachine guns at 875 rounds per minute, which has decreased from 925 rounds per minute in Modern Warfare 2. It's very similar to the MP5, except it kills quicker at close range and long range and has slightly less recoil. It has 42 to 20 damage, which means it's a 2-hit kill to the head at close range and a 3-hit kill to the chest at close range, and a 4-hit kill to the head at long range and a 5-hit kill to the chest at long range. So I'm just going to say some advantages and disadvantages of this gun. And obviously one of the main advantages is the magazine size, allowing you to spray down big packs of enemies, getting in their spawn and killing them with ease, and not having to reload in between. And because of the iron sights being above the muzzle, there is not much muzzle flash as other guns. One of the disadvantages, it does have sideways recoil, which sometimes can be annoying when trying to hit the enemy at a bit of a longer range, but you shouldn't come across too much problems when using it close range, which a submachine gun should be used for. So I'm just going to go over my preferences for this gun, which are the things that I'd use. And with this, I'd use the kick proficiency up to when you unlock focus, because once you get your focus, you should use it every single match with the P90 because it gives you such a big advantage over the opposition. And many people overlook focus because all it does is reduce your flinch, and it doesn't sound that good. And an extra attachment would probably sound better, but it isn't, especially for a submachine gun. When using a gun like the P90, you will be close to the enemy, and you will want to have all of your shots on target, as that is crucial to killing them. And when someone shoots you when you're aiming at them, your aim will go up above their head, and your shots will not hit them, and they will kill you. But when you have focus on, the amount your gun goes up is halved, and this means when it goes up, it will stay shooting at their body and rise to the head, even enabling you to get an unexpected headshot sometimes. For the attachments, I would either use extended mags, silencer, or a rapid fire. My personal preference out of this would be silencer because the advantage of not appearing on the radar will help you, especially when you are running around the side of the maps and flanking the enemy and taking them all out from behind silently. So I'm just going to run over the rest of the class setups, including the perks and the strike packages. So for the first perk slot, I would use sleight of hand because of the ability to reload faster. I do personally reload a lot, as you'll see in these clips, and it helps you when taking down groups of enemies to restock your ammo that little bit quicker. Another option for the first perk slot would be extreme conditioning. but I personally wouldn't use that because you can run a decent amount with the submachine gun anyway. And for the second perk slot, I would use Hardline Pro if you're going to run Specialist, but if not, then I'd probably use Assassin. But the advantages of having Hardline would be that obviously you get your streaks one earlier, so you'd be getting your first Specialist perk after 1 kill or 1 flag cap, sorry. And also Hardline Pro gives you 1 kill for every 2 assists with a submachine gun. So you're going to be shooting everyone in your sights, so getting them hit markers can be beneficial to your score. And finally, for the third perk slot, I would use Steady Aim. This will help because I find myself doing a lot of hip firing, and this decreases the bullet spray, which will help you hit more of your bullets on your target and therefore result in a quicker kill. Also, I found myself sprinting a lot around the map, and Steady Aim Pro allows you to aim your gun quicker after sprinting, so if an enemy pops up in front of you, you're not going to have any problems with aiming in and killing him. Another option for the third pick slot would be Stalker, which a lot of people like to use, and that allows you to move quickly around while still aiming and move the same speed when you're walking. But I prefer to have that in my specialist package because I feel Steady Aim is a better bonus to have. So I'm just going to move on to the strike package now, and I personally would use Specialist because I really like that. And for the first one I'd have Assassin. Some people don't like this, they say it ruins the game, having a perk being able to disable a kill streak, but I personally don't mind it, and if it's there I'm going to use it. For the second perk slot I would use Stalker, as I just mentioned then, for the same reasons, being able to move at the same speed of walking while aiming in. And then for the third pick slot I would either use Sit Rep or Extreme Conditioning, because I don't really use Extreme Conditioning a lot, but it does help, but you do get it at the All Specialist bonus, so it's not really crucial. A Scavenger would be another option, but you also get that at the All Specialist bonus, and you shouldn't run out of bullets before then. So probably my main one for that would be Sit Rep, because there's a lot of equipment around in Modern Warfare 3, and not just being able to see it to avoid it, you can also see it to destroy it and get the extra XP for that, and that'll get you to rank up quicker. So I'm just going to go on to how to use the gun, the playstyles, and what to do when you're in certain maps. So the playstyle, as I mentioned before, you want to be in and around the enemy and flanking them and killing them from behind. When you start the match, you want to be running straight down the side of the map, getting behind them, and you can sometimes kill the whole team depending on their movement patterns. Hip firing is crucial in close quarter situations, so don't be afraid to not aim in. And where to go in maps, you want to really avoid the long sight lines on maps and stick close to cover. You don't want to run out into open areas and choke points, and you want to go into buildings when possible and keep them as cover. So maps like Hard Hat and Dome would probably suit this gun a bit more than maps like Bakara and Resistance due to their long sight lines, and you'd probably want to use a sniper or an assault rifle on maps like that. So this is about 8 minutes so far, and I'm going to try and keep it below 10 for every episode because I don't want to talk too much. So just some announcements before the end is, as you know from the last video, I've been accepted into UYN, so some of this series may be going up on there, I'm not sure yet. Obviously there will be links to my channel on there. As you know, I'm running the tutorial series and there's a new one coming out of them tomorrow, so keep watch for that. And also if you have a request for gun or a request for tutorial, just put it in the comments and I'll try my best to do that. And if this video did help you, if you found it interesting or you just enjoyed the gameplay, please like and subscribe for more. If you've got any things you want me to do different in these, please put them in the comments again and I'll try to fix it. And just to recap on the P90, it's a large round submachine gun with a moderate fire rate, a high damage at close range with a 2-hit kill to the head and a 3-hit kill to the chest. You want to be using this in and around the enemy, flanking them and killing them at their spawn. And it's generally a good machine gun overall. Submachine gun, sorry. It's not one that I'd choose over the PP90 or the MP7, but obviously some people think they're overpowered. But generally it's alright, so I'm going to leave it there for this video. Again, as I said before, like if you like this video, please like it. And if you do want more, then do subscribe, because there will be more of this content coming. Goodbye.